Hey guys, welcome to the Solution Architect channel, and this is the part 2 of style sheets. And in this video I will go into a little bit more detail on different styles that you can set on your HTML page, and also we'll go into classes and what is a class in a style sheet. So let's jump into this. Open up your Visual Studio Code, open up the previous version of your HTML. If you haven't done that, you need to go back into my previous video, 2 videos actually, where we created this file, and in the last style sheet we actually added the link of the style sheet, and like I said, in this video we'll just expand a little bit more on what we are going to put inside our style sheet file. I want to also now, what I want to do is I want to add this new tag, new element called div, which is a divider. It's almost the same as a paragraph. It divides the text and can divide different sections within your HTML page as well. If I just run this like this, you're not going to see any difference. But the reason why I want to bring in a divider is because I want to change the style of each of those dividers. So let's just go into the style sheet quickly. And we want to, for the divider itself, we first select our element name that we want to change the style. Open curly brackets and close. And then let's put in a border. So one style that you can add is a border. The first thing is, let's put a 1 pixel border in there. Make it solid, so there will be a line around that divider. Solid, and the last is, let's make it black, because then, and that describes the border around your divider. So now you have a border for that specific divider inside your HTML file. Let's make it more interesting and change the background color and make it make it light blue, and then we want to pad it. So padding is basically giving you extra width within that divider that just, you'll see when I open it up, you'll see it. This just makes more sense if you have multiple dividers in, and it pads around that, and you can't put text there, but it sorts it out quite nicely. So pad top, let's make it 50 pixels. Let's say padding to the right, let's make it 30 pixels. End, and then padding to the left with left. Let's do the bottom. Left is let's make it 80 pixels from the left, and padding to the bottom 50 pixels. Okay, now we added padding around our divider. So let's just go check quickly how that looks like. Remember to file save if your autosave is not on, and then right click on your HTML file, go to reveal in File Explorer, and then double click on the HTML file. So immediately, I just want to close the others. You can see immediately there's a padding around this light blue in the background for that specific divider, and that's the first step of getting those the end goal that we want to get to. Okay, let's go back. Let's add additional dividers. So we'll add one for now we want to add, say, like columns. Okay, it's inside the body. we'll add a divider. And left column. Now I'm just going to highlight this, Control C for copy, Enter, and Control V for paste. For those that don't know, left, middle, right. Okay. Now I'm just going to run it as it is. Right click here, File Explorer, double click here, and we've got now a few columns here. We didn't style it yet, so we're going to still style it, but we've got a few columns, which is in a row format, not in really column format. We want to get it into a column format. The last thing what we want to add here is our footer. So just adding another divider, and I'm just going to put a paragraph in there. Paragraph this is my footer. Okay, so now we have everything that we need, but we still didn't go and style it. But let's go check quickly. I will right click, open up the file, and you have your footer. So you have your header and your footer. Now let's add some styles. Go back to Visual Studio, go to your styles, and then we want to add a class. Now a class always starts with a dot, header, and open brackets, close brackets. So you get an error there. This is empty. Okay, so let's put in some information here. Grid area. Header, and let's put in the background color. Let's make it light gray. Padding, okay, padding is like about 30 pixels, and text align is center, and font size say 35 pixels. Okay, so that is our header class. I'm going to add something else here in front here. There's another way of applying styles to basically everything within your HTML page. And the way to do that is to use the star or the multiplication sign. So you put a star in there, and then we want to say, okay, let's do this is boxing size, and I'm going to add border box. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go before the time runs out. I don't want to spend too much time on it. You can go play around with these settings. Right click, go to HTML, right click on it, reveal in File Explorer, double click, and you can see we've got, oh, we haven't changed the header, so let's go back there. Sorry about that. Just have to go back to, so now inside your HTML, before that is actually going to be applied, you need to go and reference that class. This is the class, the header class. You can copy that, and then you go to, we want to change our main div. Okay, we want to call this, no, not the main one. This is the header. Okay, so headers. This is class equals, and in header. Okay, that's how you add a class that you can name this anything you want, as long as you reference it correctly inside here. So I'm going to just show you this one, and then all the rest I'm going to add a few extras as well, and I'll leave this the link to this file as well as the style sheet file in a down below in the description. So let's go view this quickly. See, the header is now different. Okay, and now I'm going to copy and paste a few of the things that I've already done, and then I'll take you through that quickly. Okay, so I copied and pasted the following: grid container, left with the display a grid. The grid template area is for headers, left, middle, and right, and the footer. And this is how we want to display our container. And then you've got left, middle, right. Remember, these are all class names, and you can have multiple class names that have the same styles. And then you can, so the padding and the height is the same, but your grid area will be left, your grid area will be middle, and your grid area will be right. And this is how you get it on this grid here. Okay, the same with the footer. Also add a style for the footer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up this video while I'm actually adding these things inside my HTML file. So here it goes. Okay, now let's view this. Right click, open up. So now you can see already we've got our header here. We've got a left column, a middle column, and a right column. And this is my footer. And this is probably not the right place to have that. Okay. Okay. So this header is in the wrong div. I have another div here, and this div will be just for the header, and this will be the, not that one there, but the div itself will be the header. Right click, view, open. And this is where our header is, Hello World. This is our Hello World app. Left column, middle column, right column. And this is my footer. Okay, so I'm going to add one more thing inside here just to color up these columns a little bit. So I'm just going to copy and paste from a style. And this is now what I meant by inline style. Inline, I can change the color on that one or the style on that one. And this is another inline style for the middle column. And the last one, inline style for the right column. And this will just make it a little bit more prettier inside my HTML page. You'll see the different colors. And there we have it. So this is style sheets, and you can go play around with style sheets and add a lot of things, and I think you need to understand this to go to the next level. Play around with it a little bit. My next 3 videos will come, and that will focus on linking pages to each other, redirect to a different page, and then also I will then focus also on more videos to come for JavaScript, and that is going to be important to change things and a little bit more on the content of a web application. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and look out for the next videos.